installation of spans in Podda Bridge to be completed within current year, as construction of main structure accomplished 90%. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in video call fulfills desire of child with special need.
আমি অনেক খুশি হয়েছি। Thank you, Sheikh Hasina. I love you, Sheikh Hasina.
Price of onion going down with intense market monitoring. TCB continues sale of onion at 30 taka per kilogram to keep market stable. Reproduction of hilsha on rice amid Bangladesh producing 86% of world's total hilsha fishing. New restrictions imposed as countries in Europe experience serious COVID-19 surge. And Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal secures place among 5 best in FIFA rankings, while Brazil and Argentina hold on to previous positions. Assalamu alaikum. This is Tasnuwa Tasneem welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. You have just heard the headlines, now moving on to the details. The construction work of the Podda Bridge is going on in full swing. Some 90% progress in the work of the main structure has so far been marked, while the overall progress of the project is 81.5%. The government has announced that the bridge will be open to transport in December next year, marking the golden jubilee of Bangladesh's independence. Accordingly, there had been a plan to install all spans by July this year. 31 in socio-economic development of the country. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has talked to an autistic girl who expressed love for her in Facebook post. The Prime Minister talked to Raya yesterday afternoon via video link. The girl, Mamija Rahman Raya, expressed her love for Sheikh Hasina in a Facebook video posted to a group named Autism Management Center Care and Joy Global by her teacher Hasina Hafiz on Wednesday. Raya in another video also shared her joy after talking to the Prime Minister.
আমি অনেক খুশি হয়েছি। Thank you, Sheikh Hasina. I love you, Sheikh Hasina. Amir, আপনার সাথে দেখা করব Sheikh Hasina. Sheikh Hasina.
The price of onion is decreasing day by day in the backdrop of government's strong warning and drives against the manipulation of the syndicates. The price of onion is declining gradually for the last few days. The authority concerned said the price of the onion will come down at a tolerable level after the imported onions from India reach in Bangladesh. Meanwhile, the TCB has been continuing its mobile truck sale activities of the onion at 30 taka per kg to keep the market price stable. Dhaka North City Corporation DNCC Mayor Mohammad Atikul Islam has urged traders to follow city corporation's rules and regulations, saying no illegal work would be allowed in the capital. He said this while talking to newsmen after inspecting an officer's raids against illegal signboards, digital boards and LED signs on Bonani Road in the capital today. Urging concerned people to take permission for installing signboards, digital boards and LED signs, Mayor Atikul said everybody should abide by the rules and regulations. Today's operation was led by DNCC Zone 7 Executive Officer and Magistrate Motabbir Ahmed, and around 50 illegal signboards were removed, which were sold at Dhaka 40,000 in open auction. Newly built Itanamitamon Ostrogram road, which is compatible with all the season, is changing the communication system of these three upazilas of Kishoreganj. These three upazilas of Kishoreganj district are designed as a completely Haor area. In the past, three Haor areas were almost disconnected from the country. The 29.15 kilometer long Itanamitamon Ostrogram highway, built by the initiative of President Mohammad Abdul Hamid, connects these three upazilas by going straight through the Haor. The Roads and Highways Department implemented the project that includes the 29.15 kilometer main highway, 7 box culverts and 7 RCC bridges and 3 big bridges. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid inaugurated the construction work of the Itanamitamon Ostrogram highway project in 2016. The Haor road also paves the way for direct road connectivity between the Haor region and other parts of the country, including Dhaka, Sylhet and Chittagong. Local MP Rezwan Ahmed Tawfiq said Itanamitamon Ostrogram all-weather road is not a mere highway, it is also envisioned as the center point of development and the key to transforming the lives of the deprived people of the Haor. Tourists flock these three upazilas to see this beautiful road, which has created employment for many people. In providing connectivity to surrounding areas and beyond, even during the monsoon months, the newly built road has come as a sheer lifeline for the three upazilas. Out of the total worldwide Hilsha production, about 86% are produced in Bangladesh. This was revealed at the latest yearly report of the Fish Affairs International Organization, the World Fish of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. It may be mentioned that only 4 years ago, about 65% Hilsha fish were produced in Bangladesh. The increased Hilsha production achieved by Bangladesh was only possible due to planned initiatives of the government. Meanwhile, the Hilsha fishes are being caught in flocks. The trawlers are coming back to the seashore with full load of Hilsha fish. The supply of Hilsha fish in the market has been increased manifold, and as such, the retail price of the Hilsha fish is comparatively lower. Government initiatives included 8 months closure of Jatka fish catching, about 65 days closure of fish catching in the sea, and in October month a 22 days closure of catching all kinds of the fishes. The government fisheries organizations have built a model in the increasing Hilsha production. Many countries across the world, including India, Iran, Iraq and Myanmar, are following Bangladesh's model to increase their Hilsha fish production. Amir of Hifazat-e-Islam, Allama Shah Ahmed Shofi, has died at a hospital in the capital this evening. Innalillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. He was 104 years old. Family sources said Ahmed Shofi was born at Rangunia in Chattogram in 1916. Ahmed Shofi was suffering from weakness due to old age, complication and other diseases. He was admitted at a hospital in Chattogram first and airlifted to Dhaka from Chattogram in the afternoon when his health condition worsened. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina have expressed their deep shock and condolences at the demise of Allama Shah Ahmed Shofi. In separate condolence messages, they prayed for eternal peace of departed soul and conveyed deep sympathy to bereaved family members. Deputy Leader of the House, Sajida Chaudhry, Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir, and Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood have expressed profound shock and sorrow at the death of Ahmed Shofi. 22 more COVID-19 patients died in the last 24 hours in the country, increasing the death toll from the pandemic to 4,881. The recovery count rose to 2,52,335 after another 1,923 recovered during the period. A press release of the Director General of Health Services said this today. It said the tally of infections has surged to 3,45,805 as 1,541 new cases were confirmed in the last 24 hours. Moving on to international news. Across Europe, new restrictions are going to be imposed to tackle coronavirus pandemic. It comes as the WHO warns of alarming rates of transmission across Europe, with feared death rates which rise significantly. A short period of tight restrictions across England is being considered to slow the spread of the virus. Health Secretary Matt Hancock says UK faces very serious situation and does not rule out another lockdown. Other European countries, including France and Spain, are also taking action as cases surge. Israel becomes the first country to start a second nationwide shutdown, with residents unable to stray far from their homes. Australia will now let in 6,000 citizens a week. Some 24,000 stranded Australians have been waiting to return home. WHO Regional General Director Hans Kluge said in yesterday's news conference that the increase in cases should serve as a warning of what is to come. Nearly 5 million people recorded COVID-19 cases in Europe, with more than 2,27,000 deaths. Meanwhile, India reported a second record daily rise of 96,793 coronavirus infections in the last 24 hours, taking its total to 52,28,478 cases. The South Asian country's COVID-19 death tally now stands at 84,500. The United States is the hardest hit country, accounting for over 68,79,000 COVID-19 cases and more than 2,02,000 fatalities. Meanwhile, the worldwide death toll from the corona pandemic has surpassed 9,51,000, while 3,04,15,000 people tested positive for COVID-19. China says it is conducting military exercises near the Taiwan Strait to protect its sovereignty, even as a top U.S. official visits Taiwan. The live-fire drills comes amid rising tension between Beijing and Washington, and as the U.S. moves to shore up its support of the island. China regards self-ruled Taiwan as a breakaway province. Keith Crash is the highest-level official from the U.S. State Department to visit the island in decades. China's Defense Ministry spokesman Ren Qiuguang today accused the U.S. and Taiwan of stepping up the collusion, frequently causing disturbances, although he did not make any reference to the visit. China is trying to rely on foreigners to build oneself up was wishful thinking. A remembrance meeting was held commemorating Awami League President members and former ministers Mohammad Nasim and Sahara Khatun at the National Press Club in Dhaka today. Liberation War Affairs Minister A.K.M. Mozammil Haq was present at the function as the chief guest. A.K.M. Mozammil Haq said Mohammad Nasim and Advocate Sahara Khatun were devoted to the ideals of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Fisheries and Livestock Minister S.M. Rizal Karim, Deputy Minister for Water Resources A.K.M. Enamul Haq Shamim, Dhaka South City Unit Awami League President Abu Ahmed Mannafi addressed the function as special guests. At least 4 people died and 20 more injured in a road accident in Magura district this noon. The accident occurred at Moghirial area of the Magura-Joshore highway when 2 Dhaka-bound coaches collided head-on. BTV Magura district correspondent, quoting the police sources, said that they have seized 3 vehicles, but their drivers were fled. Injured persons were admitted at local hospitals. Now news on sports. Portugal climbed 2 places to 5th in the latest FIFA rankings on Friday after adding the inaugural Nations League title to their European Championship crown. Fernando Santos' side leapfrogged Croatia and Uruguay. The ranking continues to be topped by Belgium, but world champions France retook 2nd place in exchange for Brazil in 3rd and also separated by a small margin of 6 points. England stay in 4th place, Uruguay is in the 6th position while Spain in 7th, World runner-up Croatia in 8th, Colombia in 9th, and Argentina is in the 10th position of the rankings. Bangladesh remained at their previous 187th position with 914 points among 210 countries in the FIFA World Ranking. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Installation of spans in Podda Bridge to be completed within current year as construction of main structure accomplished 90%. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in video call fulfills desire of child with special need.
Thank you, Sheikh Hasina. I love you, Sheikh Hasina.
Price of onion going down with intense market monitoring. TCB continues sale of onion at 30 Dhaka per kilogram to keep market stable. Reproduction of hilsha on rise amid Bangladesh producing 86% of world's total hilsha fishing. New restrictions imposed as countries in Europe experience serious COVID-19 surge. And Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal secures place among 5 best in FIFA rankings, while Brazil and Argentina hold on to previous positions. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. Khuda Hafiz.